All right, I wanted to go ahead and show an extension that I have used with some of my kids in English when they are publishing anything as far as a Google Doc. I have many students who really struggle with keyboarding skills and being able to look at some of their stories and be able to transition and be able to efficiently get their story down into a document. So this was an extension that we put onto their Google Chrome. It's called Google Read and Write. And what it does, there's many different features. That has a predictor button, which that means as I start to type, if that predictor button has been selected, it will show a list of words that they possibly think I'm coming up with. And that will help some of the kids with spelling issues. There are some students who get so caught up with spelling things correctly that it takes away from their keyboarding, or if they are just simply typing up a draft, it takes away from them being able to get their thoughts out because they're constantly thinking of the next word. So as I start to type, it will come up with, so I could select some,
people,
and then notice it even said the word for me once I drag
friends,
my
degree, other.
So if that's what they were thinking of. It also has a feature of the dictionary, and what it does is it tells what that latest word means. That seems to help with them. Also, what I could do is if I take and highlight text and press play, it will read back what I have entered.
As I start to type, it will come up with some other words that I could select. As I start to type, it will come up with some other words that I...
And what we've also used that feature is if you were to be using other text maybe from another website. So say we were doing a paper on should schools be allowed to sell junk food, and say they went to this website debate.org. If you have that activated, you could take an area of text. If I were to copy that, say I place it back in my document, and then if I highlight it,
Not all junk food is unhealthy for you. For example, sugar and salt are vital to one's health. They provide strength and resistance. Also, junk food is not unhealthy if you only eat small amounts of it. The opposition states that you shouldn't eat too much junk food.
So you notice
But
they could
the
take
copy
that
is stating
feature
that junk food should not...
and highlight some text that they found from an article and then have it read to them. It also works when they are entering their text. They can go back like I did before with the sentence and have it read out loud, and sometimes that helps with understanding and to make sure that they got their word choice correct. It's just been a really good feature because some of my students, it's a daunting task for them to have to type in their material, and so this gives them a chance to use the speak feature. So if I were to use where was it at? Talk and type. When I click this button, whatever it can detect, it will start to put down in text. So when I speak into the keyboard, possibly, oh, where did it go? For some reason, it's not picking up my words in the microphone. There's some of it. Now I got it to work. So if you notice that everything that I speak, it puts into text. There have been some students that I've had with speech issues. This has been good for them. It's fairly accurate with what they're trying to say. Like I said, it reduces that stress of trying to type quickly and efficiently so that we don't spend too much time entering text with keyboarding, and be able to spend more time with their story themselves itself. And it's really seemed to help with those students. Now, granted, I can go back and look at, did it pick up everything? There were some times where I said, so then it would be just a matter of either having them select their text to go back and look at and have it read to them. Notice there isn't any punctuation in those marks. What you can say is, if I were to speak, you could say, the dog ran into the road, period, space. And notice it entered and put in the word space. So that would be something that I wouldn't want to probably not say at the end of a phrase, period. So it's been a great feature for my kids. They're not really nervous about having to use it. No one really is singled out because they have this feature on their laptop. It's just, it helps with a lot of ease in the classroom.